From the Detroit Free Press, it's Tuesday, December 29th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join-our-team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join-our-team.
I'm Dave Boucher with the Detroit Free Press. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is expected to sign a $465 million state COVID-19 relief bill, quote, in the very near future, a spokeswoman said Monday. She's reviewed the bipartisan bill for about a week, prompting calls from some Republicans that she's dragging her feet. Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey, a Clark Lake Republican, tweeted Monday that restaurants and workers are suffering as they wait for her to sign the legislation. Whitmer called on lawmakers to pass a relief measure weeks ago. She's defended her administration's orders, calling them life-saving measures needed to fight the pandemic. Her spokeswoman said the legislature did not work closely with Whitmer on this legislation, so it's taking some time to review. The measure includes direct funds for businesses and workers affected by pandemic-related orders. Small businesses could receive up to $20,000, with some workers eligible for up to $1,650 grants. The governor has line item veto power for this legislation, so she could tweak the measure before signing it into law. No funds would be distributed before Whitmer signs the bill. Details on how exactly people may apply are also not yet available.
For the Detroit Free Press, this is Omar Abdelbaki. Mourners can pay their respects this week to Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon, who died earlier this month after a weeks-long battle with COVID-19. A public viewing will take place at Greater Grace Temple on 7 Mile Road from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday. A public visitation took place on Monday at Detroit's Swanson Funeral Home. Napoleon was appointed Wayne County Sheriff after the position became vacant in 2009. He was elected to remain in the position in 2012 and was re-elected every 4 years since, most recently in 2020. He spent most of his career at the Detroit Police Department, starting in 1975, and worked his way up to police chief in 1998. He retired from DPD in 2001 and became Wayne County Assistant Executive in 2004. Napoleon was with family when he died at Henry Ford Hospital on December 17. He was 65. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan called Napoleon one of the city's greatest public servants. Napoleon is survived by his daughter, his 84-year-old mother, and 4 siblings.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Mariam Marini. A breath of relief was let out across the state as coronavirus vaccine distribution efforts began Monday. The first in line, residents and staff at skilled nursing homes. About 91,000 people, this is including residents and staff at nursing facilities, are expected to receive the vaccine over the next 3 weeks. Immunizations have started at skilled nursing homes and will continue into assisted living facilities, adult foster homes, and similar care homes for elderly patients. Michiganders over the age of 60 have accounted for nearly a quarter of coronavirus cases in the state since March and 89% of total COVID-19 related deaths as of Monday. As part of the state's vaccination plan, Phase 1A includes paid and unpaid people serving in healthcare facilities and those living in long-term care facilities. As part of the state's Phase 1B of vaccination efforts, next in line to receive vaccines will be frontline essential workers and those 75 years and older. Distribution of the vaccine is dependent on the supply of the vaccine from manufacturers and its allocation process beginning on the federal level. Vaccinations do not have to be completed in one phase before the next begins, according to the state health department. As distribution of the vaccine begins, health officials still warn residents to continue to abide by coronavirus safety precautions. This includes social distancing, hand washing, and wearing face masks. For more details on the state's coronavirus vaccine efforts and a list of sites enrolled in the program, visit thefreep.com.
This is Marlo Alter with the Detroit Free Press Sports Department. Barring an upset of the Minnesota Vikings in their season finale Sunday, the Detroit Lions will have a top 8 pick in the NFL draft for the 3rd straight year. The Lions moved up 4 spots to number 7 in the draft order this week, and there's an outside chance they could climb as high as 3 next week. The Jacksonville Jaguars and New York Jets are locked into the top spots in the draft, but the other 4 teams ahead of the Lions in the draft order all have 4 wins. the Atlanta Falcons, Houston Texans, Cincinnati Bengals, and Philadelphia Eagles. If the Falcons, Texans, Bengals, and Eagles all pull Week 17 upsets and the 5-win Lions lose, they should have back-to-back top 3 picks for the first time since 2009-10, when they took Matthew Stafford and Ndamukong Suh at numbers 1 and 2 overall, respectively. Suh, of course, earned 3 first-team All-Pro selections in 5 seasons with the Lions before leaving in free agency, and Stafford has been one of the best quarterbacks in franchise history, though the Lions could look to draft his replacement in April. The Jaguars, Jets, and Falcons also could be in the market for quarterbacks. Clemson's Trevor Lawrence is the presumptive number 1 overall pick to Jacksonville, and Ohio State's Justin Fields, BYU's Zach Wilson, and North Dakota State's Trey Lance are other top 10 quarterback potential picks that could interest the Lions.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.